6-4.
Welcome back to Astro Super Sport for our coverage of the 2008 German Open. It's the Yonex German Open in 2008, as Yonex has agreed to sponsor the German Open this year. And you're watching live now the men's singles semi-final, the encounter between Gong Weijie of China up against second seed Hyun-il of Korea. Hyun-il leading 3-1 at the moment. Hyun-il is, of course, the second seed for this tournament. In the quarterfinals yesterday, Hyun-il beat Malaysia's Muhammad Roslin Hashim 21-15, 21-19 to qualify into this semi-final. Is the second seed and would certainly be looking to make it to the finals tomorrow. Ranked number 13 in the world, the Korean, up against world number 18, world number 80, the unseeded Gong Weijie of China. He haven't competed in any international this year. This is his first international outing for Weijie. A 5-2 lead now for Hyun-il. As I've mentioned, in this tournament he's seeded number 2, Hyun-il. In the first round, beating Björn Jopin of Germany 21-13, 21-12, before beating Enda Kurniawan of Indonesia 21-12, 21-13 in the second round. The third round, he defeated Diki Paliyama of the Netherlands, also in straight set 21-8, 21-15, and it's the scalp of Muhammad Roslin Hashim in the quarterfinals 21-15, 21-19. Still to drop a game in this year's German Open. His opponent today is Weijie Gong, as I've mentioned, ranked 80 in the world. Received a walkover in the first round. He beat Jean Jorgensen of Denmark in the second round in 3 sets, losing the first one 31-21, winning the remaining two 21-13, 21-10. In the third round, it was Indonesian Tommy Sugiarto also beating him, this time by 2 sets, 21-15, 21-11, before beating world number 17 and the third seed Shoji Sato of Japan 21-13, 21-14 in the quarterfinals yesterday to set up this plummy clash with the second seed Hyun-il. Will he be able to continue on his giant slaying act? Gong Weijie looks to be struggling a little bit in this first game, as Hyun-il manages to take an 8-point lead. Hyun-il is ranked 13 in the world. He's the second seed for this tournament. 2 competitions already for him this year. He competed in the Malaysian Open, and he was of course the finalist, losing to Lee Chong-wei, our Malaysian world number 2, in the finals of the Malaysian Open. 15-21, 21-11, 17-21 in the finals of the Malaysian Open, losing to Lee Chong-wei. In the Korean Open on home ground, he managed to beat world number 1 Lin Dan of China 4-21, 23-21, 25-23 to lift the Korean Open. So a title for him already, winning on home ground, winning the Korean Open. Lee Hyun-il. He's appeared in 2 finals in the series, losing to Chong-wei, but winning on home ground and looking to add the Yonex German Open to his credentials. Starting right now in the semi-finals against Gong Weijie of China, leading 13-4 at the moment. Mistake by Weijie, allowing Hyun-il to add to his tally. He is also, of course, involved in the Thomas Cup Asian Zone Preliminary in Vietnam just a week ago, helping Korea to beat Singapore and Vietnam in Group B before beating Hong Kong in the quarterfinals and Japan in the semi-finals, only to lose out to Malaysia in the finals. But all in all, it's been a good 2008 for Lee Hyun-il. Looking to wrap things up in this first game. Controlling the game very well, forcing mistakes after mistakes by Gong Weijie. The experience of Lee Hyun-il very evident here in this first game up against the young Gong Weijie. Korea, of course, not too well known for their singles players. That was almost a missed point by Gong Weijie, just in the last minute, changing his mind to return the shot and managing to get his 5th point. Great smash by Lee Hyun-il, straight down the line.
14-12.
Gong Weijie, as I've mentioned, this is his first competition in 2008. In 2007, not much to shout about for Weijie. He went as far as the 2nd round in the Hong Kong Super Series and the 1st round of the China Open Super Series, losing out to Muhammad Hafiz Hashim in the China Open 2007.
15-13.
His first competition, as I've mentioned, the German Open. He will also be playing in the All England Championship. He will be playing Arvind Bhatt of India in the qualifying in order to get to the main draw. Lee Hyun-il just wrapping things up. 19-8 unsayable lead by the Korean, in total control of this first game. Forcing mistakes after mistakes as he heads home right now. Is 28. That's 12 game point for him. Very uncharacteristic mistake by Hyun-il. Great smash. Into the net and forcing Lee Hyun-il into that error.
17-14.
Still 10 game point for Hyun-il. An uphill task by Gong Weijie. Can he collect 10 full points? I don't think so, not with smashes like that by Lee Hyun-il as he wrap up his first game 21-10. Gong Weijie will be competing in the qualifiers of the All England up against India's Arvind Bhatt, while Lee Hyun-il is already in the main draw. He will play world number 9 Chun-yu of China in round 1, and then if he managed to overcome Chun-yu, he will be up against either Bao Chun-lai, the world number 3, or Muhammad Hafiz Hashim of Malaysia, if Hafiz of course can beat Bao Chun-lai in the first round of the All England competition. So we'll be seeing a lot of Lee Hyun-il in the coming season of badminton. And earlier on at the start of our
19-15.
show, I've already mentioned that the German Open this year has attracted the most number of entries. It's been the highest number of entries in 363 players taking part from 43 nations in this year's edition of the German Open. However, some notable big names missing from the lineup this season because of the close proximity with the All England Championship, which will happen next week. Lin Dan, last year's winner, absent from the roster. Chen Yu, the runners-up last year, also not making it to this year's edition of the German Open, as is Chen Jin, who decided to skip the 2006 winner, skipping the German Open as well. And the best European player, I should say, in Peter Gade of Denmark, has also withdrawn from the German Open, which perhaps opens up chances for the likes of Lee Hyun-il to win the German Open this time around.
Service over. 17-20.
Gong Weijie have to be careful. So the 3-point lead, and that was a great smash by Lee Hyun-il. Just look at the body work in that smash, just deceiving Gong Weijie. The men's singles second semi-final will take place slightly later on. Sho Sasaki of Japan, the 13th seed, will be up against Shon Seung-mo of Korea.
21-17.
So the highest seeded player in this tournament right now is This man we're watching, Lee Hyun-il, the second seed. Five straight points from Lee Hyun-il before Gong Weijie collects his first point. Roslyn Hashim, of course, yesterday losing. Roslyn seeded 7th in this year's competition. Brushed aside by Hyun-il, Lee Hyun-il, 21-15, 21-19. Promising start by Roslyn Hashim, beating Casper Ibsen in the first round. Andreas Adita Warman of Indonesia in the second round. Joachim Persson, the 11th seed Danish, in the third round before bowing out to Lee Hyun-il yesterday in the quarterfinals. Rather one-sided right now in this second game, after Hyun-il winning the first one 21-10. It's a 7-point lead at this moment in game 2, just exerting pressure on the young Chinese Gong Weijie. Weijie himself had played brilliantly in this tournament, beating the 3rd seed Shoji Sato of Japan in the quarterfinals yesterday, 21-13, 21-14 in straight set, but is met by stiff opposition. And the experience of Lee Hyun-il and this semi-final clash, trailing now by 3-9. Of course, just looking at these two in the world ranking, 67 points, 67 rank separating them. The Korean in 13th, the Chinese in 80th place. Expecting it to be wide. Ball is in for Hyun-il's 10th point.
Ladies and gentlemen, on court number 2, men's doubles. With
the men's doubles, of course, will be starting in a short while. And the first doubles semi-final Ezekiel there by Hyun-il. First semi-final for the men's double will be another Chinese-Korea affair, as Gao Zhendong and Zi Zhongbo will be playing Li Jiajin and Huang Jiman in the first of the men's semi-finals. And here on court 1, we will have very shortly, immediately after this game, would be the encounter in the women's single between Germany's hope Julianne Schenk and Korea's Jun Jae-jun.
Aus China, Zheng Dongwu und Zheng Bo-si, hier in dem Turnier an 3 gesetzt, 23 und 24 Jahre alt, haben im letzten Jahr beim Thomas Cup Finale den ganz wichtigen Sieg im
12-13 right now. Gong Weijie almost giving up hope here. We can see that he's not actually playing as well as he was yesterday in the quarterfinals when he beat the third seed Japanese Shoji Sato. Looking a little bit rough, a little bit jagged here today. That smash going well wide.
Gegenüber Weltranglisten Nummer 10 aus Korea, Hyun-il und Hyun-wang.
Koreans doing well here, and the Chinese, it's been Korea, China in most of the semi-finals encounter.
Das erste Spiel 17 Minuten schon zu Ende. Dann gab es im Achtelfinale die deutsche Paarung Thomas Tesche und Jochen Kassel, die nach 33 Minuten schon das Ende gefunden haben.
Already
auch das dritte Spiel, das Viertelfinale am gestrigen Tag.
in the mixed doubles, we have a Korean pair in the finals.
Nicht so einfach verlaufen.
Lee Yong-di and Lee Hyo-jung qualifying to the finals of the mixed doubles. We'll try and get you the result from the other mixed doubles, the second semi-final. Hee Ha-bin and Yu Yang of China won the first game 21-18. I'll try to get the result from that one. In the women's open single semi-final, an all-Chinese affair between Wang Yihan and Li Wenyan, won by Wang Lihan in a three-set thriller, 21-14, 19-21, 22-20. And in the men's singles right now, there's another Chinese dominating, another Korean dominating is Lee Hyun-il, dominating the Chinese, young Gong Weijie. Great network by Hyun-il, and that backhand drive into the net, giving Weijie only his 6 point. Just misjudging the flight of the shuttle there to clear the net. Tough task ahead of Lee Hyun-il in the All England next week. He have Chen Yu of China, the world number 9 in the first round, and after that it's gonna be either the world number 3 Bao Chunlai or Muhammad Hafiz Hashim, world number 22, if he gets through to the second round. And tomorrow, of course, if as expected Lee Hyun-il will wrap things up in a short while, he will play the winner of either Sho Sasaki of Japan or his compatriot Sean Seung-mo in the finals of the men's singles. 21-10 was the score in the first game. Just changing his shot at the last minute there with the very clever cross-court drop shot, catching Gong Weijie a little bit short-footed. Great wrist work by Hyun-il, getting the ball across to the net. That was called out. 8-19. He realizes Gong Weijie, he can't afford any more mistakes. but most certainly Lee Hyun-il will wrap things up very shortly. He now once again has 12 match point to win this first semi-finals of the men's singles. It's 28 right now. Lee Hyun-il serving for match point. As in the first set, with 12 match point. This time giving Weijie his 9th point. And then 20-10. Well, we have the same score once again in this second game. Great covering smash there by Gong Weijie. Has to be patient, Gong Weijie. Lee Hyun-il not too bothered, I believe. He still has that 9-point cushion, 9 match point to win this semi-final. Gong Weijie can't afford a slip up, and that's the point. Second game, 21-11. So Lee Hyun-il progresses to the finals of the Hyun-iI German Open men's singles final, beating Gong Weijie of China 21-10, 21-11. A stroll in the park for the second seed Lee Hyun-il in his semi-final encounter. And on court 2 right now is the men's doubles first semi-final between China's Gao Zhangdong and Zi Zhongbo up against Koreans Lee Jae-jin.